The Four Leaf Clover podcast is sponsored by Planet Celtic.
It's Friday. Yes.
Come on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Four Leaf Clover podcast with my main man Andy and my main man Jerry. Our Paddy is on his way to Perth, we believe, in his big camper van. So he's not joining us this evening. But Andy, how has your week been, my good man?
No bad, mate. Aye. No bad. I'd been out in Ireland earlier on in the week and come back here. I've done a bit of local stuff. I get sent down south this morning. Early start. I'm absolutely shattered, man. But I actually got up the road in time and plenty of time to get home at 2 o'clock or something. So, aye, can't complain.
Excellent. And welcome back, Jerry. Feels like a bloody lifetime since we've seen you.
Yes, it is. Scott, Andy. I can't remember.
That's right. That's us, mate.
Listen, boys, I've had a few weeks. I've been away and I've had a tough week as well. And obviously Wednesday night there, boys, I was looking forward to going and listen to Darcy, and obviously I was stuck in the green room with my Wi-Fi problems. But I listened to Darcy, and what a credit to the family. I thought he's done well, boys. A great show. I watched that, and just hoping somebody knows somewhere something for the family. She was saying he seems like a wee character, Gary. So,
aye.
Just going. I was listening to what she was saying, Darcy. I just thought, must be somebody knows something, you know. But just fingers crossed, something happens there. We get some news for the family, yeah. And obviously my pal, obviously something with my pal there a couple of weeks ago as well. I'd just like to say a wee shout out to my wee pals, Mirren and Joshua, who have been absolutely so strong the last couple of weeks. God bless you, and there's another walk alone. So I'd just like to say that to them, Scott, Andy.
Aye. God bless you.
It's good to be back, boys. Good to be back.
Yep.
Aye, we missed you, mate, and we seen how did your little trip to Lisbon go? It must have been amazing for your dad to stand where his brother partied the crowd for our Billy McNeil to come through with the trophy and things like that. It must have been very sentimental for yourself and the family to be there, mate.
Yeah, Scott, it was. It was. It's one of the ones I know a lot of people go to, but it's some feeling when you're actually in that stadium. It is quite so unreal to be there, to actually feel it. Again, being there is mad. But my dad and boys, Scott, we stopped it. All they wanted to do was eat. Honest, they two of them. That's what they do. My dad and my boy eat. Have to do what we had to do. He's going to be won't be something cheap for a wee change. Honest. But I think my dad had a great time, mate, and I hope a lot of Celtic fans go. There's a lot of that day as well, by the way. As you say, the security guard letting you through, and there's quite a few Celtic supporters there. I mean, Lisbon's just full of Celtic supporters still. They must think they're all mad turning up there every day, innit? It's just unbelievable. But it was some buzz, mate. And the date my dad and boy was even more special. I enjoyed that as well, mate.
Are they not tearing that stadium down or something like that this year?
Well, that's what we talked about. We were laughing because we guess maybe the government keeps saying that. So all the Man Celtic supporters keep getting Scott. No, I think it's just lies every week. Somebody puts it in. Oh, it's definitely next week they're going to knock the stadium down. But I think they're actually just going to revamp it and put more seats. That's what they were saying when we were there, mate. They're talking about revamping it. Listen, it's a lovely city as well. I was actually surprised how lovely Lisbon was. I know I was surprised with that. I know. Lovely city, mate. Enjoyed my time.
I'd love to go for a couple of days before it does get revamped, just to kind of see it. And I know it has changed since obviously Celtic won the European Cup, with the whole kind of it has upgraded even since then. But just to get that kind of authentic kind of experience. I've seen so many videos, and obviously yourself going out with your dad. I think it's I don't know if I've left it too late. That's the only thing. But even just jumping there for a couple of days just to kind of experience it, I think I've got to do it.
If I was I was a Portuguese guy, Andy, I would just get a European Cup and just do 2 fit marks and charge you €10 to stand there, you would make a fortune every day. So you would. You'd make an absolute fortune. Maybe even do it myself. Queuing and stay there.
Maybe some okay, Andy, maybe meet in the summer or something. We could meet in Lisbon or something like that, and maybe go there.
I said to the missus, I think she might need a bit of convincing, but she loves Celtic and all, so I just need to wait.
Lovely city, Andy. The city really. I actually didn't expect the city. It's a lovely city as well.
Aye.
Beautiful city.
Mm-hmm.
So your wife had plenty there today, plenty of food and drink, and lovely places to see as well. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good shout there for Craig. Celtic should just buy it as a tourist attraction. Aye,
good shout.
It's a good shout. Aye, Michelle, you're right. Andy doesn't like people, so he's not going to go anywhere.
Aye. Well,
right, let's get on with the show.
Technically, I hate people. It's probably a wee bit more extreme than what she's saying.
Welcome back.
Let's get on with the show.
What's happening?
What is happening?
I know, we could sit there and talk forever about that, couldn't we? Quite a few things is happening. I think the biggest talk at the minute, the buzz around Scottish football, ladies and gentlemen, is this nonsense about league reconstruction yet again coming back. I think the talk of the town is they're wanting a 10-team league for the SPFL again, which Brendan Rodgers doesn't seem too happy about. I know I'm not too happy about that. Get your comments in, but I've got a few slides first before we go to Andy about this. So, the SPFL's competitions working group has been exploring several restructuring options in light of increased fixture congestion, especially with Scottish clubs taking on more European fixtures under UEFA's new competition formats. Among the models under discussions are a 10-team top flight, which would scrap the current top 6 split, retaining the 12-team system, or expanding to 14 or 16 clubs. The aim of any reform would be to reduce the domestic load on clubs participating in Europe, particularly during the playoff rounds and group stage commitments. A key change already confirmed is that clubs involved in the UEFA playoff round next season will be allowed to postpone one Premiership fixture, something Celtic are expected to benefit from. But while the 10-team model is being considered to cut down the number of games, Brendan Rodgers is firmly against any move to make the league smaller. I just heard that. I haven't seen that, but someone mentioned the possibility of it getting smaller or increasing, said the Celtic boss to Clyde Super Scoreboard. I certainly don't think it needs to get smaller. If it goes anyway, I think there is still a notion for me that we could bring a few more teams into the league. Clearly, there is maybe issues around TV revenue or money, but I think from a football perspective, I always felt an increase of the teams in the league would help. If I had the choice, you'd play a team home and away, and that would be that. But the league is the way that it is at the moment, and it's nice that there is certain items that are being looked at. But it is what it is, and we have to deal with that. And finally, Rodgers' comments align with those who feel the repetitive nature of the current fixture list, where teams can face each other up to 6 times a season, is a turn-off for fans and players alike. An expanded league, in theory, would freshen up the schedule, promote variety, and offer more opportunity for clubs outside the traditional top tier to grow. However, any change would need wide-ranging approval, including backing from 11 of the 12 Premiership clubs, 75% of Premiership and Championship teams, and 75% of all 42 SPFL members. So, lots to go through there, Andy. My biggest thing about it all would be the TV revenue. I think they would run a mile if there wasn't 4 Celtic Rangers games at least a season. I think that's what brings the money in and the crowds in and things like that, obviously. So, I mean, what's your thoughts on it, mate? Would you like to see a 10-team top tier league, or would you like to? I'm getting some back feed here. Somebody, no. A top 10 tier league, Andy, or would you like to see it expanded? What's your thoughts on it all, mate?
We've already had the 10-team league, so we'd be going back away and no going forward. I think if any kind of change in the league is going to happen, we certainly need to increase it, that's for sure. They could keep it as it is, with a split. And obviously you're talking about having a 10-team league, there's going to be a split. I know to look at the split, you're looking at it, and you know that when people look at the table at the end of the season, they go, how's that? You know, when the team in 7th has got more points than the team in 6th. It doesn't quite make sense. And I don't know if anybody else in Europe does it. I might be wrong. I might be another couple of leagues that do it, but I'm not 100% sure. But we obviously do that to try and put more excitement into it, you know, especially when it comes to relegation and European places, stuff like that. When it comes to the TV deal, we've been selling ourselves short for years anyway. So I think it's about time that we stopped letting the big TV companies dictate to us kick-off times and blah, blah, blah and all the rest of it, because we get absolute pittance when it comes to money. The guys in charge, whether it be that Doncaster or the other Muppet, that negotiate these TV deals are no fit for purpose. We need to get proper negotiators in there and people that know what they're doing, because they haven't got a clue. I don't even who has come up with this idea anyway. What and why have they just put it out there that they're looking at a 10-team league? Nobody's going to vote for it. It's just that isn't going to happen. The 10 thing isn't going to happen. If anything's going to happen, it's probably, I'd say, a 14-team league. I could probably imagine happening. And I know we're going to speak about it, but you've got teams like, you know, Dunfermline, who are look as if they're going to try and invest in their club and get them up a wee bit. And Falkirk as well, who put a lot of investment in. And you've got Ayr United as well, that are being serious about being football clubs and not just kind of surviving. They want to actually make a difference. Talk about the style of football that Falkirk play and stuff like that, and I totally get it. You're up against them in a cup game where they're like, well, hell for leather, just go for it now. Let's just try and play football. It'd be different in the league format because they don't want to get relegated. So maybe they would be a wee bit more less attacking. But they do it in the ring league, you know, they play good football. And I think we have got semi-large clubs out there that would fit right into a league, and it would just kind of mix it up a wee bit. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Maybe about the 14 mark, maybe would probably work out better.
Aye, it's going to be a massive talking point, Jerry, in Scottish football. We're Ayrshire boys, so we know the investment that Ayr United are making in the stand in the club. They're going places. Falkirk would be a fantastic addition to our league, which it looks like they're going to be now anyway as champions. Livingston, I know they're not Andy's favourite with the manager and the pitch and all that, but I think that the pitches are getting scrapped anyway, and I think Kelly's got to change theirs as well. So we're not going to see any more plastic pitches. There's big clubs in that championship that would revitalise our league. But how do you see it, mate? Would you like to see it expanded, or would you like to see it go back down to the 10, which I think we last seen in the 1990s, wasn't it, lads? I think it was around about then, the last time we had the 10-team league. What's your thoughts on it, Jerry?
Well, first and foremost, see, for a wee country, we do well for what we've got, facilities and what we've got fans-wise and teams. We do well for a wee country. But only another would want to go back to 10-team squad. It's boring enough as it is. We're trying to sign decent players to this league. It's hard enough to know, playing each other 4 times or whatever. These guys are not wanting. They come here for that's how these good players are leaving after 2 seasons. So it is, Scott. They can't be up to Ross counties and all this time. And Scott, I don't know if you can get a 16-team league and split it somewhere and get the 4 Rangers and Celtic games, because we know for a fact the TVs, the companies, there's got to be that 4 Celtic Rangers games somehow. There's got to be. But Anybody wants to go back to a 10 is just, it's ridiculous. It's boring. You say, Barty, good fan base, Falkirk, Ayr United are on the Upton Fairland. There's 4 good teams straight away coming into the league and making it better. And I've talked about it, and also the away fans, you only get one chance to come to Celtic, Aberdeen, Rangers, Hearts, Hibs. They're going to take some crowds on them, Scott, because you don't get 2 chances or 3 chances. You're getting one chance to go to this stadium or that stadium for a day out. So to me, I don't know how a 16-team league would work. I don't know how that would work, splitting that into, I don't know how, but I think that would be brilliant, a 16-team league. I just think if you want to keep getting decent players to come here and stay a wee bit longer than 2 seasons, then it can't be a 10-team league or a 12 and playing each other 4 times. I'm not going to disrespect teams, but Celtic, Hearts, Hibs, Rangers, flying up to Celtic Park to watch 8 games, and I'll be honest, sometimes I struggle. Ross County, I dare put my hands up. We're up to watch Ross County. I know they're in my league, but these teams are coming and just playing for a draw because it's all cutthroat. With 16 teams, you might get a better relegation where you've got a good chance of staying up anyway. You see maybe better football. We talked about it with the cup games. Livingston, Falkirk. Livingston's never had a decent game at Celtic Park in their life, but then all of a sudden a cup game, it took us to score 2 goals the last kick of the ball. They actually scored 2 goals. So for me, but I say again, I don't know how a 16 team would work, getting the 4 Rangers and Celtic games. And as you say, we're talking about, because the Champions League runs now on a bit, you've expanded that to more games. So it's fitting everything in, but I'm more concerned about if we're getting bored with the players at the club feeling. Kind of concerned when you're trying to get decent players. And by the way, talking about players, we're talking about the manager as well. Brendan Rodgers and these managers are getting fed up with it as well, Scott. So it's no winner for me.
It's got to be expanded, you're right. And this is a cracking comment here, Andy, for Robert Forbes. The 12 teams we have, along with the likes of Ayr, Thistle, Falkirk and Dunfermline, what a breath of fresh air that would be. He's bang on, Andy, isn't he?
Aye, because if you actually watch any of the Championship, there are some good fixtures in there. If you're bringing that into the Premier League, and I don't just mean them coming to us or us going to them, but them playing each other, it does bring a breath of fresh air. All right, they know each other because they played each other in the Championship, but you're in the big boys league now, it's different, there's almost more to play for, that to stay in the league. I think it'd be quite exciting. Definitely with the 14-16 team league. I think if anything's likely to happen, I think it may be doing the 14 route, but they could go down the 16 route as well. And the whole idea that we could just stay the way it is with 12 teams, something's going to happen. They're not going to bring this up, they've not got plans to change it in some way. I think they've put the first one out, which is a 10. They know right away nothing's going to happen with that. Nobody's going to vote for it. The fans don't want it, and the clubs don't want it. So that isn't going to happen. So I think you may see a wee bit of movement there when it comes to increasing it even more than what we've got to now. It's got to be. We've got to do something. I think we've got to do something.
Aye, it's
just
go for it, Jerry.
You heard me say in the last few weeks that I don't even bother with English football. I'd rather watch the Championship on a Friday night, Scott. 2 teams going for it. To me, do you know what I mean? It's just old-fashioned football, just hard-working guys just trying to win games instead of tactically trying to be defensively cutting guys out and not making much of a game. The Championship on a Friday night is brilliant. So it is. Great games on a Friday night.
Aye, Michelle's come out with a cracking point.
100%. Aye, great point. Yeah.
Aye. Also helps smaller clubs get more revenue, which to them would be amazing. We've seen too many clubs struggling to survive. Aye, she's bang on there. And James there, for you, Jerry, I thought you'd went to sports scene.
Sorry, James, I'm nothing to do with Rangers, mate, so I've no chance of that. I'm not kicked the ball for Rangers, so no, didn't want me.
He's a wrong colour. So moving on, lads, some more news coming at the club. Dyson Maeda has got Player of the Month for March. It's actually the 2nd month in a row that he's got it, Andy. He's just, We've ran out of superlatives for him, haven't we? He's just incredible and deserves it fully.
I actually done a wee video for Maeda, just a wee compilation of goals and stuff like that. I know you feel as if you're saying it every week you come on here, you know, the same stuff you're saying about him, but for me, he's the first name in the team sheet for me. I think that it's a no-brainer. He's so important to us that he's going to score every game. And I said tongue-in-cheek, well, hopefully it's no tongue-in-cheek, but he did say in his last post-match, next game I'm going to get a hat-trick. And I believe him. I really do believe him, you know, because it was a kind of running joke about Maeda, and I've said many comments myself in the past about him in his finishing and no quite on it. What a change in a player. And not just being up front, but any time he plays in the wing and all, which he has done. It's the first part of this season. Obviously, after Kyogo goes, he gets slotted more into the middle. But he's just continued to score no matter what position he's in. He's very good. I was going to say something, and I'm not going to. I'm not going. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it, right? Now, we come up with this thing that is Kyogo the best since Larson, right? I'm not trying to compare him at all, but there's just some things about him. The way he moves, the way he just sees what's coming, and he bounces on a moment and he takes it. And it sounds stupid saying this, right? I bet you somebody clips me and puts me out there and makes me look an absolute clown. But there is certain wee instances I'm like, I can see wee bits, certain goals that I've got a result. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through a lot of Larson's goals because he scored a lot we see as well, and Dyson's pretty good with it. But especially that wee chip, I think it was against Wraith, was it? Wraith, that lob.
Yeah.
Very Larson-esque. So there's wee similarities here and there with Dyson, but are instrumental to our team. And he will definitely get player of the season, I think. And obviously talking about the new deal for him as well, improved deal. And I said it in the past as well, there's nobody deserves a wage rise more than this man because he does the work of two men in every single game.
Aye, he certainly does. And Jerry, I think he's going to have to get onto your scaffolding business, mate, to build an extension on the side of his house for all these awards he's getting. We plug there, see what I done there, see what I done.
Don't get me. I'm trying to get into 3 days, so I'm shattered. So putting you there. I'm talking about like a cripple, sorry, I'm sitting down. I'm drinking pints of Red Hawks and everything now. Listen, I've actually, Maeda, Andy, I know what you're saying there. Do you know what it is? I know, Andy, you're bang on. It's his desire to get in and get a goal.
Aye. Yep.
When you get that 20 goals, 30 goals, you just want more. Mm-hmm. He just wants more. That's him on 30 goals, and is he going to be the 9th player in history to get the 40 goals this season? Seen it, minute? McGrory, McBride, Lennox, DeBleach, Nicholas, McClare, Henry, and Griffiths. Mm-hmm. Maeda's going to get that way. What is it, 9 games to go? Something like that. 9 goals will he get. Hopefully he gets it to 10 goals. Listen, I think he'll end up player of the year, players player, top goal scorer, treble winner, new deal. Honest. I think the guy will hopefully gets all that. He deserves it. Mm-hmm. And I know we're linked with Kyogo again. Do you know what? See if it upset Maeda again. I'm not saying it would, but the fans have liked him, but they've got this wee thing now with him, I think we've got that, it's went up a wee notch, I think, with Kyogo leaving. And I wouldn't like to Kyogo to come back and maybe take that wee bit away from Maeda now, because I think Maeda's a main man now, and he's deserved it with his work rate and everything he's done. It's been absolutely fucking tremendous for him. He's had a great season, so he has.
He's been unreal, and he's actually on the cusp of history, folks. I don't know if you know this as well. So as Celtic prepare to face St Johnstone at McDermott Park this weekend, the Hoops head into the game knowing that a win will take them one step closer to a 55th league title. However, for one player, a goal against Simo Valakari's side could push them even closer to history. That player is, of course, who we've just been talking about, Dyson Maeda, who has been in superb form, scoring in 5 successive league games, starting with Hibernian on February the 22nd. His consistency in front of goal has been a key part of Celtic's attack, and he'll be hoping to extend that run on Sunday. The player to score, the last player to score in 6 consecutive league games was actually Odsonne Edouard, who achieved the landmark in February 2021. Before him, Scotty Sinclair had an incredible start to his Celtic career, scoring in his first 6 league games as well, beginning with a domestic stoppage time winner off the bench on his debut against Hearts at Tynecastle. If Maeda, of course he's going to bloody score. If Maeda scores against St Johnstone, he will join the ranks of these former Celtic stars who set high standards for goal-scoring streaks. However, a place in Celtic's recent history books isn't the only thing Maeda is chasing. The Japanese forward has been in sensational form this season, with 30 goals to his name already. His brace against Hearts marked a huge moment, further solidifying his role as a Hoops main striker. Following Kyogo's January departure, out of his 35 Scottish Premiership goals, 11 have come since the turn of the year, showing his excellent form in the second half of the season. Going even further back in Celtic's rich history, legendary striker Jimmy McGrory set a remarkable record in 1925-26 season, scoring in 7 consecutive league games. Maeda now finds himself with history within his grasp. With his current form and the responsibility he has taken, on the absence of Kyogo, the Japanese forward could well continue this impressive streak and put his name into Celtic's history books. Lastly, for now, the focus will be on securing 3 points against St Johnstone. But with Maeda in this kind of form, Celtic fans will be hoping that another milestone is just around the corner. Now, as you've just said there, Andy, wouldn't you put it past him to beat Jimmy McGrory's record, would you?
No, he's. I think he's XG now. Sorry about the whole XG thing. It's sitting at a goal a game. So if he lives up to his promise of scoring the hat-trick at the weekend and then gets a goal a game, then he's smashing through that 40 record, isn't he? He's got to. I think he's got to do it. I really do. I think he's got to get over 40, which is just fantastic. It's unbelievable, to be honest with you. And all the fans love him as well. I think he knows he's loved. Maeda, when you look at Maeda sometimes, or Maeda, like sometimes I say Maeda, sometimes I say Maeda. I don't know. Sometimes I get corrected on pronunciations and stuff, but you know who I'm talking about. He knows he's loved. We love him. Sometimes he can just look a bit kind of dry, like as if he's not enjoying himself, which I've noticed a few times, but he is loving every moment of it, you can tell. I think it's maybe just the whole Japanese kind of culture, especially with him anyway. But he's just a joy to watch. It really brings excitement to watching Celtic, because you're buzzing, because you're like, anytime the ball goes to him, especially this season, you're like, he's got to score. You've just got that feeling that he's not going to fluff it, and every striker will fluff chances during the game, but he's really at the top of his game right now when it comes to finishing, and he's very, very sharp now. And we've spoken about his work rate and his speed, but his mind now is just, he seems to have got kind of doubts out his mind, and he seems very confident about finishing the ball, which is good to see. So whether that's just something within himself that he's found, or maybe Brendan talking to him or the other coaches and maybe just talking him through certain scenarios and it's just clicked with him, he's certainly got the talent, and I want to keep him as long as we possibly can, because even as he gets older, he's never going to stop. This guy, he just never, ever stops. He's an absolute perfect teammate and a goal scorer. What else do you want? Just amazing, amazing.
He's been relentless this season, Jerry, and there's been, you'll know yourself as a former striker, his game has improved immensely this season. He's finishing, everything, his mindset as well, as Andy said, that you can see a massive difference in him. All right, the work rate has always been there, but he's finishing and stuff like that before this season wasn't really, his end product and things like that, but you can just see the improvement in him all round, can't you?
Aye. Listen, obviously, because I was a bit lazier than him, Scott. I was a bit lazier than him. I think Andy says it, and Ollie Rogers. I think what's happened was the last couple of years, he was very erratic. He would go in and he would just snap at things, and I don't know if Brendan Rodgers and the coaches brought a bit of composure to his play, because you're running at that speed and trying to hang that pace. They're never going to. You've got to slow down, place a shot or whatever. So I think that's definitely been worked on. And if I was Rodgers or another coach, the boy who went to, who was the boy? Harry Kuehl was doing a lot of work with him, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Harry Kuehl was doing a hell of a lot of work with him. So maybe that's it, just paying off, because when obviously he left, I know for a fact he was staying on with him, and he was a no bad goal scorer, no bad player himself. So I don't know if that's helped as well. But listen, just people just come along and have a great season, and this season's just his season, and everything's just ticking for him. Everything's touching, it's turning to gold. It's just having one of these seasons, Scott. It's brilliant for him and it's brilliant for us. And I think, as we say, he's going to hit the 40 goals. I think he could actually maybe go for it. Hopefully hit the 45 mark. Set yourself. So I don't think Henry's hit that for a while. So I know Henry hit 50 odds, didn't he? 50. That just shows you the goals, even in the SPL and stuff. There's a 50. You had the question, remember I asked you the question?
Aye, 51 minute, I think.
Oh, was it not 53?
53 was that, wasn't it? In the one, remember?
Somebody will Google it.
I scored the 50.
Yeah, somebody can tell us again. I'm maybe the quiz master, know what I mean?
Jerry, do you think he'll beat Jimmy McGrory's record, mate?
Listen, you wouldn't put it by him, Scott. These things are there to be broke, aren't they? To be fair, as life goes on. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to say he's as good as Jimmy McGrory or nothing, but these are there to be broke. That's 53, Andy, aye. But listen, I think you can hit the 45. I just think just everything just doing is turning to gold and scoring. You just think he's having a great season and he deserves everything he gets. And listen, there's nobody going to touch him even right now for Player of the Year, Players Player of the Year. There's nobody in Scottish football anywhere near the guy. And the work rate, these are the guys you just loved in your team, Scott. He's no selfish. He's not all about himself. He's about the team. The guys and sometimes in football, if you get 2 or 3 players that are just about themselves, the teams don't tick then. They don't. It's all
See the thing, Jerry. See if you look at the Champions League and all that, and you're looking at players that are on 2, 3, some of them £400,000 a week, and don't put in even halfway what Maeda puts in a game for a shift. So as I say, if anybody deserves a fair hike in their wages, it's him. 100%.
Do you know what surprised me with Maeda? No, because of the work rate and all that, he doesn't really get injured much as well. For somebody with that kind of pace and who works, we Henry chasing the left back against Leon because his work rate broke his leg. And the other strikers, you say, all the lazy strikers, Andy, are not going to break their leg. They're not chasing the left back. And you think about we made us staying injury free as well with the work rate and brilliant. Listen, brilliant. We've got to get him signed up because if you're an English team now, surely you must see what this guy does as an English scout or any team going with that. I'm very surprised. As you say, and they're paying that kind of money to these guys are doing half as good as him. And so Celtic's going to get in there the new before somebody else does.
Definitely, aye.
Aye, I mean, it's mad that somebody like Ange hasn't took him down the road. I'll maybe not talk about Ange, the grass isn't always greener, pal. Aye, like somebody like Ange hasn't took him down there, he knows what he's going to get, you know, these things.
See, you think about it, Scotty, sorry to interrupt you, see, you think about it, see, can you, and I'm not trying to point, I'm not trying to point Maeda, but you put him in that scenario where Spurs have got a player like him up front, and a lot of these defenders down there are overrated. Do you know what I mean? When they are put under pressure, they buckle. This guy doesn't leave anybody alone. Even when a team's fullback is trying to get up the park, he's chasing them up the park to get the ball back. So nobody's safe. Nobody's safe with him on the park.
Aye, smell the glove, man. You're bang on. He deserves to be on Cal money 100%, man. You know, he's only Kaiser was asking if he was 25. He's 27, mate. He definitely deserves to be on this sort of money, didn't he, Andy? For sure.
Easily. Aye.
Because it's like you said, I mean, what would they get down the road? You know, he's 60 to 100 grand a week, easy. You know,
the only thing I would worry about is he's not wanted to speak about his future at all. You know, he's like just wait and see or whatever. That might be just him. We might be looking too much into that and thinking kind of the negative of it more than the positive. He's very happy where he is. He seems very happy. But, you know, if a team comes with mega bucks, it's a hard thing to turn down, isn't it?
It's a hard one, and you're right, Andy. Same I know, but it's not down to it's not just him who makes decisions, Scott. It's the family's got to be still happy here, and they look happy. But it's a full factor. You think you'd be selfish and say this is what I want to do. Most of these people will talk to their wife, kids at school. If the kids are happy at school, these things are big factors. And staying in Glasgow, and the family looks happy anyway. You see them at the games, they're really enjoying themselves. You know that way.
That's a great point as well, by the way, if you smell the gloves. So Henrik came at 26, he had his best seasons. I mean, we've not even seen the best of Maeda yet, which is fucking frightening. See, when you think about that, frightening.
Scott, it seemed I was talking about going down south as well. He might look at players like Matt O'Reilly. I know he's been unfortunate with injuries, but it's not quite worked out for him, you know, and he might be looking at it going, that could be me. Maybe I'm no be taken seriously down there, or Kyogo going to Rennes.
As well, aye.
You know, and looking going, it's not necessarily that the grass is greener on the other side. Aye, yep.
No, other man, it's Gary Hooper's the one that always sticks in my throat.
Yes.
You know, there's one.
An absolute waste, an absolute waste of talent, because he was a brilliant player for us, Gary Hooper. Brilliant goal scorer. Aye.
He'll always regret that for the rest of his life. Yes. Now, I would say, you know, leaving Celtic. What an absolute idiot for doing that. Brilliant player, loved, worshipped. Why would you leave Celtic to go anywhere else when you've got what you've got here? It's madness. I'll never ever get it. Aye, that's what it is, mate. It's for the dollar.
I know. Yep. I can understand it as well. I can understand it maybe 3 seasons out of a player's contract career to make the big money. But apart from that, then surely it's being loved by the fans. And there's Jota now. I bet Jota's back being happy now. You know that money he's making. You know what I mean? But nobody bothering, walking down the street, he's selling, nobody bothering their arse with him. Even back to Celtic, everybody's just friendly and love the guy. And you've got to feel appreciated and loved as well, haven't you? This is my wage, yeah. Kid, adult, all the same boat, all that I loved and fucking appreciate that.
See, to be honest with Jota, though, Jota's set for life after that move to Saudi. You know, he can afford. I'm not saying that football players are skint, but you look at their wages compared to English Premiership, it's a huge gulf that you can't even make, even get close to what they're paying. But, you know, Jota's got plenty of money. That's not an issue for him. He wants to be happy, and he's certainly happy where he is. Jota.
Bang on, lads. Bang on. Good points there. Good points. So moving on to the last one I've got for you and what's happening. The kickoff times for the final league game of the season have been announced. I don't know if you have seen this. So Celtic fans can officially start planning for another end of season celebration after the SPFL confirmed the dates and kickoff times for the final rounds of the Premiership season. The title race might not be mathematically over just yet, but with Celtic sitting firmly in control at the top, it's increasingly likely that Brendan Rodgers' side will clinch their 4th successive league title before the final day. That hasn't stopped supporters from preparing to mark the moment in style once more. In recent years, the Trongate in Glasgow has become a focal point for Hoops supporters gathering to celebrate title triumphs, and there's every indication that the area will once again be awash with green and white come May. You better believe it, pal. The SPFL confirmed that the top 6 Premiership fixtures will come to a conclusion on Saturday, May the 17th, with all matches kicking off simultaneously, glad I said that right, at 12:30 p.m. Meanwhile, the bottom 6 clubs will wrap up their season on Sunday, May the 18th, with those matches starting at 3 p.m. Before that, post-split fixtures will begin with round 34, taking place the weekend of April 26th, 27th, round 35, May 3rd, 4th, and May 10th, 11th, respectively. Round 37 will be held midweek on May 13th, 14th, so get that in your calendars. for the midweek game, last one of the season. And Celtic's path to the title will be shaped over the next few fixtures, but barring any surprises, it's shaping up to be another title party in Glasgow come May the 17th. So Andy, early kickoffs, so we'll have to be up about 8 o'clock that morning on the booze, mate.
Just gives you more time to celebrate, doesn't it? That's why I look at it. I've been in Merchant City at Glasgow Cross a couple of times, getting some video content, some funny, some quality stuff you can get, but also funny as well. There's people hanging off his scaffolding.
Hey, Andy.
See, here you could make a fortune.
Christ.
Scaffolding all the way around there. You make a fortune. Charge people a tenner to go in it. Bus stops, obviously, all that carry on. And I know that the whole damage issues are another, maybe a talking point for another time. It's that meme we have out EastEnders in it. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it anyway. You know, they can say whatever they want. It's going to happen. And really it is. They say it's not organised, but it is, because you know it's going to happen. So what the police, if they're going to come out saying they've been caught off guard, it's just absolute bullshit, you know.
They couldn't stop them during COVID fucking saying it as well, you know.
Exactly. They could actually make it such a big event. I've heard people talking about maybe using the grounds around Celtic Park and stuff like that. It's going to end up in Glasgow Cross, no matter if they have fan zones or certain kind of celebration areas. Everybody's going to congregate there. But as I said, I've been there a couple of times. I've took my boy and my youngest lassie. She got a wee bit kind of fearful, I think. She's just kind of unsure because...
That'd be frightening for the Waynes, man,
Aye, but she ended up, she got into it and really enjoyed it, you know. It was out with a flag and all that carry on. So, it was good. I think it's definitely here to stay, innit? And the way things are going, that nobody's going to be taking this title off us anytime soon anyway. So, you know, we could basically just... but what they should do is actually paint all the buildings. It's just get like the GB, see the way it is when you get into the GB section in the stadium.
Don't give them ideas, man. They'll fucking do that.
I just do that now. This is your part, so just stay away from here.
Aye, Jerry, that's a good idea, right? So here's what's going to happen. Jerry's going to go up with his boys, put some scaffolding up. The Green Brigade are going to spray paint all the buildings green and white, and then that's it. Party time, Jerry.
Aye. Build a stage, Jerry, with your scaffolding. We'll get bands up there as well. Let's do it, right?
As long as I don't get back up Monday to take it down. I'll be half canned. Listen, see what you're saying, Andy. My opinion, I would like to actually say go to Glasgow Green, bands and beat the goalies and a right good fun day for the families, personally. I'd like to see them go to tune. I'd like to see Celtic take more of control on that and put folk on for the fans. Do you know, imagine earlier with the bands on and beat the goalies and hangs for the kids. And
that's a fantastic idea, by the way.
That's what I would like to see. Get out of the tunes and don't let... There's people, you need to speak to supporters of Celtic supporters, but the Rangers supporters are on Twitter that night looking for any wee thing for the Sunday morning on the WhatsApp, their pals. He done this, he done that. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I would like to see it. What's that? Greg's a good one before you. On. But I would like to see it go to Glasgow Green, honest, and have a right good the family and let the families enjoy it and have a right good day over there, you know, take care of the place and just Celtic taking more to do it, you know, instead of just getting left in the tune. It's all good, but you know yourself, man, it doesn't matter what happens. Drink takes over everywhere, New Year's, it all starts off well. And there is odd wee things at the end of the night. That happens everywhere, parties, fucking everywhere we go.
I was just about to say that. I was letting Jerry finish, but somebody's just stole my thunder. Exactly, it'll give him a job. Aye.
I was actually going to Glen goals and all that and make a wee bit of money as well, you know. These are my plans here, you know.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it head over there and have a right good 12 in the afternoon to 12 at night. You know. Thanks. Kaiser.
See if they did, Jerry, do that, a more organised thing, let's say, in Glasgow Green. these drink companies would make an absolute fortune now. The way we would get a burger van, if that was just a bar selling booze, they'd make an absolute fortune.
Right. Aye.
That's
As I
a
say,
brilliant idea, right enough. But in it, you could have like Charlie and the boys there and things like
Aye.
that, man, and just make it a big spectacle. It would be
aye,
fantastic.
Scott, it'd be brilliant, mate. And the folk would feel safe, and families and kids sitting in the grass, barbecues, you name it. I mean, they take in other countries, but Scotland, we can't put something like that together, you know. Celtic putting something together. I just think Celtic should take more control on the matter, because it'd be a good day out, mate, especially coming to Celtic Park, then heading down to Glasgow Green, you know what I mean? A good day.
Aye. No, fantastic idea. So, moving on, ladies and gentlemen, that was our...
What's happening?
So we'll get 3 segments for you this evening. 3. 1 each for each of the gentlemen on the panel here. And first up is our Andy.
Four voices, Fergie, Celtic-related voices. Want you
4.
to tell me? Aye, 4. So
4, Andy.
4,
Right.
4, mate.
Comments
4.
off, lads. Comments off.
Comments off. And I want you to tell me who the voices belong to. Here is voice number 1.
I don't care if take 2 goals or 3 goals. If I score 4 or 5 goals.
You playing that again, Andy?
Yep.
I don't care if take 2 goals or 3 goals. If I score 4 or 5 goals.
I would actually think that was Mourinho.
I'll start with you, Jerry. Who do you think it is?
Because I'm going Portuguese, I think I'll go Jota, mate.
Jota.
Ah.
Scotty.
You know what? I wasn't even going to... I had no clue there until he said Mourinho, and then I thought that as well.
Or George Guidetti, maybe.
Jota. This is who it is.
I don't care if take 2 goals or 3 goals. If I score 4 or 5 goals.
Wow.
Fucking hell, man.
Yes, you go to the right country, right enough. That accent you got, but I
Tell you, by the way, what a player.
Oh,
brilliant.
He was an all man, I wish he stayed on.
another one, aye.
32 goals in 36 games or something. Fucking brilliant.
Aye, phenomenal he was, man. Phenomenal player.
And that was him being held back with Farry, you know, with his registration as well. He'd have scored a lot more.
Well done with that one, Andy. That was brilliant, right? Aye.
Well done, Andy.
Oh, okay, guys.
Folk
Here
get
is,
it in the comments?
aye, hold on. Better have a look.
Can you see, mate? So,
Don't see any actually. Nah, I need these. Oh, hold on. I think I'm a wee by it.
want me to jump on quickly?
Aye, could I couple go?
Aye,
A few
there we
said Joa. Aye.
Cadet.
Hey, man. Fucking well done. Well done, Andy.
Aye.
Well done, folks.
Yep.
Right, go for it. Comments off.
Voice number 2.
I don't think the mindset or anything's changed from 42 years ago. I still believe then that nobody gave us a chance. It's a lot of I don't do social media. My kids do it.
I think it is. I think so. So let's see that again.
You done play, Jerry?
Aye, please.
There you go.
I don't think the mindset or anything's changed from 42 years ago. I still believe then that nobody gave us a chance. It's a lot of I don't do social media. My kids do it.
Yeah, I think so. I think I watched that.
Scotty, who have you got?
I've went for George McCluskey, mate.
Oh, George McCluskey. Jerry?
No,
Nah.
nothing, Andy. I've not got a clue, man.
You even want to take a guess? No.
42 years ago. No,
Nah.
not even ringing a bell, mate.
No worries. This is
Pressure, man.
This is who the voice belongs to.
I don't think the mindset or anything's changed from 42 years ago. I still believe then that nobody gave us a chance. As a lot of I don't do social media. My kids do it in terms.
That's
George
some shout,
McCluskey.
Scott.
Well done,
That's
mate.
some shout, man. By the way, I didn't realise how good he was an hour a while ago watching things and that. He just
Aye.
showed you sometimes.
Aye.
Think to yourself, God, he was one of the first ones at 16-year-old put in the European squad. So he was.
Big friend of Tam Burns, I know, of course.
Aye. See, I'll tell you something, Jerry, just quickly about him. I went to, me and my dad went for a pint in the Vic in Saltcoats, and Raymond was behind the bar. This was years ago. And I walked in and he's like, oh, there's a big shot that's on all the Celtic podcasts and writing about Celtic and all that. He says, you should interview me. And I goes, what would I interview you for, you after? You know, you're bloody, like, you're Kilmarnock captain. He goes, there's nobody knows Tommy Burns better than me, apart from George McCluskey. That's exactly what he said to me.
Oh, I know, good mates, aye.
And it's the best interview I've ever done in my life was with Ray Montgomery about Tommy Burns. Brilliant, man. He mentioned George McCluskey, aye.
I think they used to go to Orlando together every year, didn't they, the families?
Yeah.
So they did.
We did put feelers out to try and get George on, didn't we? So
it could still happen. It could still happen. We'll see what happens.
Aye. Okay, here is voice number 3.
You have that.
Did you see that there?
Had my head down, I didn't know what happened.
I've never seen Barry Robson, Andy.
Barry Robson.
I cheated there and got a point, but I can't. I'm like Jim Carrey, yes, man, telling the truth.
Right.
Can't believe
Move on to the next one.
Unlucky, Andy.
10 press ups, Andy.
Here is voice number 4. Then,
He's between the chalkboard.
That's it. And you know, the longer the kind of game went on without us getting the score sheet, the more kind of impatient obviously the fans get, and maybe that creeps into our game as well.
I think so.
I can play it again, Jerry, unless you want me to just show you the video of who it is.
I just put the video up.
Go for it
Go again, Jerry. Here we go.
That's it. And you know, the longer the kind of game went on without us getting the score sheet, the more kind of impatient obviously the fans get, and maybe that creeps into our game as well.
Aye.
Jerry, who have you got?
Just writing it down, mate. I'm going for a filler up the top of Scotland, that man. Ryan Christie, mate.
Oh, Ryan Christie. Oh. Scotty, who have you got?
I thought it was between him and Stuart Armstrong, so I went for Ryan Christie.
It could be his dad, Scott, Charlie Christie.
It could be, yeah.
Aye. This is who the voice belongs to.
That's it. And you know, the longer the kind of game went on without us getting the score sheet, the more kind of impatient obviously the fans get, and maybe that creeps into our game as well.
Dan Ollie Evans there, Andy.
Looked like
I know. Aye. 2-1 to you, Scotty. Well done. Sorry about messing that up. That's just. Would you go that anyway? Let's. I know you know who it is, but would you go it?
You have that, and he's jumping. What the fuck are you doing? No. Come on, mate. It's like tackle and the rest of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely would have got that.
I was going to because I actually watched that podcast to talk, wasn't it?
Aye.
It's quite good, wasn't it?
So if the two of you would have got that there, then Scotty still won. So he won 3-2. All right.
The George McCluskey one was a belter.
Go be a crack of that.
The only reason I got that was because I watched that as well. I watched that interview, so it sprung.
It was obviously leading up to the Celtic game against Real Madrid, and they were obviously interviewing George about obviously him being a goal scorer as well, and it was 42 years since then.
Right, bang on. So thank you very much, Andy. That was. Patman thought it was Linford Christie. So close. So moving on, ladies and gentlemen, it is our Jerry's turn, and it is.
Who's that player?
Right, Jerry, how many have you got for us, pal?
Right, boys, I've got 4 players. You have to guess a player with clues. Obviously, the first 3 clues are the hardest, but they're bigger points, bigger gamble, bigger points. You know, it works 10 points for the first 3, 5 points for the next 3, 3 points for the Hangman 3, 1 point for the last one, Scott. Andy, all right?
Right, no worries, mate.
So here we go, lads. So you know, as you say, the first 3 are quite hard. First 3 kind of hints. So here we go, lads. First player. I played for 8 Scottish clubs. So that'll be you, Scotty, and I'll go to Andy, right?
Right.
All right. Number 2, Andy. I made my debut in the Scottish League in 1985. Maybe you can take a gamble whenever you want, mate.
8 Scottish clubs.
8 Scottish clubs, and I made my debut in the Scottish League in 1985.
I'm not taking a guess just yet, man.
Nah.
Number 3, Scotty, this is the last of the 10 pointers. I am an internationalist and got about 30 caps.
Right, I'm going to have a bash at this.
30 caps with 8 clubs.
No, he didn't have that many caps, I don't think. Did he? No.
Is it just 8 clubs or 8 Scottish clubs?
8 Scottish clubs.
Aye, 8 Scottish. I had a
couple of them could be loan, but whatever. So, you want me to go to number 4 then? I'll be back to you, Andy.
I think I know who it is, but I'm not got
This is for 5 points. This is for 5 points anyway, Andy. Do it number 4. You want to go for it?
Aye.
My first team I played for are not in the Scottish League now.
Right, I know who the team might be, but I'm trying to think of the player.
Right, keep going, mate.
Right, so over to you, Scotty, number 5. I am a striker.
Right, I thought it was him anyway. I'm going to go for it now.
Who are you going for?
Tommy Coyne.
Tommy Coyne? No, we done him the first time, remember?
Ah, that's how. Is it no Tommy Coyne? I didn't think he had 30 caps, no?
No, it's not Tommy Coyne, mate. This is the best one, Andy, if you think. Number 6, lads.
Okay.
I had a spell at Newcastle.
Newcastle.
So he's a team is not even in the Scottish League anymore. 30 caps. That's the last of the 5 points. We're only 3 points to number 7. This one should nail it, number 7.
I've got the club in my team, and his first club in my head, and I don't want to say it, but
Just Scott gets it.
No, I'm out. I'm out, man. All
right. Why stay in? Was just 2 years.
I think the club's Clydebank.
Nah.
Meadowbank.
Meadowbank Thistle.
Fucking Meadowbank.
So you want to just keep it in the so you stay in the night?
Aye.
Just because Paddy's not here now, there's 3 years, maybe it's not fair. Maybe just asking one person.
It's no fair. It's no fair if I get a chance to win an end, is it?
This is number 7, right? So that's Scott, Andy, Scott, Andy, Scott, Andy, Scott. So I played in the opening World Cup game in 1998. Don't think I can do as far as this, lads. You get it the next one, though, surely. Andy, got it.
Edinburgh boy.
Andy and Scott, Andy points.
Started in 1985.
Played in the opening World Cup game in 1998.
Darren Jackson.
Darren Jackson, it is.
That's aye.
The next one was I also played for Hibs and Hearts, and I'm from Edinburgh. Darren Jackson, boys, well done.
Aye, well done, Scotty.
Just because
Even though you
that's
weren't
why I
in the game,
started
well
flying
done.
through all the Edinburgh boys and
3 points there. Well done, Scott. Start with you, Andy.
Cheating bastard.
I started my career at Aberdeen.
Mm-hmm.
It's always hard.
Started career at Aberdeen.
could be anybody.
Right, carry on.
Number 2 for Scott. I have a few Scotland caps.
Started career at Aberdeen. No, don't know.
Back to you, Andy. I have played with 6 Scottish clubs. That's the last of the 10 points.
Many Scottish clubs?
6 Scottish clubs.
Nah.
Back to Scott. I made my debut against Rangers.
Oh. Oh.
That's
Billy
a 5
Stark.
point. Huh?
Billy Stark.
Not wrong. Wrong.
Oh, I thought he no score in his
This
debut.
is you now, Andy, for 5 points. I have never scored for Celtic.
Oh, Christ. That'll be that then. Never scored for Celtic.
Never scored for Celtic.
Right, it's got to be a goalie then.
Number 6. You nail it, please. Brendan Rodgers signed me.
Brendan Rodgers signed me. What the?
Played against Rangers. Debut. Number 7 for 3 points. I had my best spell playing for Dundee.
I'll take a punt.
Who are you thinking?
Is it Griffiths?
No.
No. Oh, Aberdeen.
He's never scored for Celtic. Sure.
Oh, fucking. Ah.
Number 8. I am a goalkeeper.
Scott Bain.
Scott Bain.
I fucking worked out he was a goalkeeper, but fuck me, man. We've just spoke about him.
Griffiths.
3 points. I know I couldn't
Griffiths,
change my thing. That's
and
what I
he's
laugh
never
every time I do guess a player. Somebody brings him up just before I go and I can't change it. Know what I mean?
You're getting clipped for that one, Andy. Never scored for Celtic.
Oh, mate, honestly, I just had brain freeze there.
Scott Bain, well done. Well done. 2 minutes to go, lads. Ready again, Andy, number 1.
Yes.
I played for 4 clubs in the UK after playing in my homeland.
Right, I'm going to take a guess at it, the now. DeCanio.
Wrong. I got 2 caps for my country, and my country has won the Euros. So he had 2 caps for his country, and his country has won the Euros.
Right, so you went, right. Okay.
All right.
I might take a guess. Is it Vikhorst?
No.
Oh, that's a great shout, by the way.
Good shout, Andy, because Hingme's have won it, Denmark. Well done.
Good shout, that,
The
mate.
Arsenal boy, remember. Number 3, I finished my career in 2019 with Sunderland.
Oh, I'll have a go. Samaras.
No.
Is it no?
I know who it is now.
Well, number 4, you might as well take your wee Hingme, Andy. I was a defender for 5 points.
It's not who I'm thinking. It's not who I'm thinking. No.
Fucking defender now. Finished at
Crackers,
Sunderland.
innit?
2 caps.
For a
Is
team
it
that's
Stan
won the
Varga?
Euro.
Stan
What?
Varga?
Nah. Number 6, I moved from Cardiff to Celtic. That's the last of the 5 points.
Defender.
Oh man, Jerry, these are hard.
Defender moved from Cardiff to Celtic.
Aye. Number 7, a 3 points. I started my career at Feyenoord. Gordon Strachan signed him.
Glenn Loovens.
Glenn Loovens. Well done.
Fuck me, gently, man.
3 points, man. Scott, you're on 9.
Many have I got?
You're at 0, Andy, you know, man.
Just go for these 10 pointers, Andy. Just name any Celtic player.
Aye.
Here we go. Is this the last one, innit?
Yeah.
That's the last one, ready? I played with Man City.
Right. I've got to have a go. Why not? Mick McCarthy.
No. You see, Andy, to be fair to you, see Paddy there, he's been powed 5 times out of 4 games.
I'm going to take a punt.
You can listen to the second one, Andy, the fact you. I played with 5 Scottish clubs.
Oh, right, it's no, I'm glad I don't put that in. 5 Scottish clubs, Man City. Started at Man City.
No, I never said that. I just said I played with Man City.
5 Scottish.
Played with Man City and 5 Scottish clubs.
Number 3, I probably had my best spell in football at Portsmouth. That's us on at the 5 points. I am a striker.
Striker. Played for Man City, Portsmouth, Celtic.
This is the one you should get it with number 6.
Come on, man.
I'll give you number 6 first, then 7. Lou McCarry sold me.
5 Scottish clubs. It's
Jerry Creaney.
Jerry Creaney. Well done. There you go, Man City. He actually scored 30 goals in 62 games for Portsmouth. Great season, then moved to Man City. So he did. Well done, mate. So that was the 4 of them, innit? Aye. Scott Bain, Glenn Loovens, Dan Jackson, and Jerry Creaney, lads.
Right,
well done. Well done.
That was fucking brutality, by the way.
Aye, difficult.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, Jerry. Thank you so much. That was...
Who's that player?
Brilliant, mate. Thank you so much. That was excellent. Excellent. Very difficult. Very difficult, that was. It's now time for...
Choose your boys carefully.
I have got...
At least technically I can't lose at this.
I've got an absolute belter for you again this evening. It's the right midfielders, right wingers. Jerry, I don't know if you've actually played this game yet. Have you been away that long? Have you played it yet?
I played once. I got it no bad, remember? It was...
All right, but were you here for the goalkeepers then, aye?
Aye, that's what it was, aye, goalkeepers.
Right, no bother. So you've missed... you've missed the full defence and some of the midfield as well then. So we're now on to the right wingers, like I said. This one's absolutely brilliant. Got 5 belters for you again. If you haven't played this game, I'll just explain it quickly, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Choose Your Boys Carefully because that's what you have to do. I'm going to give the guys 5 right midfielders, right wingers, if you're new school, old school, whatever you are. And what they have to do is, after every single player, they have to put them in position 1 to 5. However, they don't know who's coming next, so they have to choose their boys carefully. I could give them 5 amazing players. I could give them 5, red herrings. I could fling the odd one in there, the old world-class player and 4 shite players, whatever. The boys have to choose the boys carefully, and that is the premise of the game. So we want you to get involved in the comments as well. Get them in where you put them in your 1 to 5, and I will fire them up as well. So first up for you this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is James Forrest. James Forrest. Good start to the proceedings.
Aye, that's
very difficult to place him in the top 5, I would say. But like we said, we don't know who's coming next. So, Andy.
I'm going to take a big chance here, but I think he deserves it. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with number 2.
Number 2, right? Aye, listen, deserves it, mate.
For his honours alone, right?
Aye, deserves it, mate. And even we might be talking about him as number 1 in years to come. We might not just realise how good we've got it with James Forrest. He's, but he's never going to beat Jinky, obviously, in terms of being that guy. But aye, could be the number 2. There's no doubt about it. Jerry?
I've stuck Prestwick Pelly at number 3, mate.
Number 3.
The Ayrshire boy will get it number 3 for me.
The Prestwick Pelly is in at number 3 for our Jerry. Let's go into the comments. Aye, agrees with you there, Andy. I think it's a good shout for number 2 actually as well. Aye, 2 and 3s.
It's a bit of hang me coming for you, Scott, when you know what's there.
Aye, I know what's there, but it's like I said, maybe we don't realise what we've actually got.
No. Aye, definitely, mate. Yeah, 100%.
Anton Rogan's left foot has been a bit harsh there, I would say. Number 5.
We've all got our own opinions, haven't we?
Aye, that's it. I mean, he is a bit Marmite with some people as well.
Aye, I get that. I totally get that. Aye.
He's didn't watch a game of football and 5 folks with different opinions on the game about different players. It's mad, isn't it? The same eyes, the same hanging, but everybody's all different.
Yeah.
Aye, and that's the beauty of this game as well. It's a belter. Yep. So next up for you, ladies and gentlemen, is a guy who was actually left-footed, but Gordon Strachan played him on the right. It was the man from Japan, Shunsuke Nakamura.
Oh, jeez, what a player, man.
What a player indeed. The best free kick taker there has ever been, in my opinion, as well.
Ever. Played on to, was that 43 or something?
You see what it is, Andy, when it comes to the ages, it's flexibility, stretching, and it's not about the fitness, it's about flexibility. Yep. Go that way. For me, I walk about with 1 slipper in the morning, take about an hour at a time of laces just to go. Stuff.
Right. Andy, where are you putting the man from Japan?
This is a difficult one, because obviously you don't know what's coming, and I'm really tempted to...
Andy, want some tip for Forrest?
I might need that, mate. I might just... I'm really tempted to put him at 1. I'm going to have to put him at 3, mate. It's I can't take a chance of putting him at 1 because I just don't know what's coming. So number 3 for me.
Okay.
And I feel really bad saying that.
I'm number 2, Scott, for Nakamura.
Number 2 for Nakamura. Right. 2, let's have a look. Smell the glove agrees. 2-2. 3. Oh, he's right up there. Pure Naka. He is right up there with everybody.
I'm number 2.
Oh, Ron Boys went big.
I was tempted to do that myself, I've got to be honest.
Aye, the Man U free kick, man.
Aye, brilliant.
The 2 Man U free kicks.
The two of them.
Aye. Can I see me forget about that, didn't you?
Oh, that one as well, man. Jesus Christ.
Aye. Oh. Nakamura. Oh.
Unbelievable.
I think you 2 cheese grater Predator boots on. That way, didn't he?
Unbelievable.
Oh, brilliant.
And the last one is with Michelle at number 2 as well. So, moving on, we have a guy who was unbelievable for us as well and only cost us £50,000.
Oh,
Didier Agat. Brilliant player for us. Absolutely brilliant player. Tough one again.
aye.
Where are you putting Didier Agat?
Number 4 for me, mate.
Number 4. Okay. Jerry?
I am in there with Andy, same number 4 for Didier Agat.
Number 4 as well. I think
Another
the commenters are
fantastic player.
brilliant, mate. Aye.
He could play anywhere up the right side, can he?
Aye. Tremendous player. Everybody's agreeing with these boys. Everybody. Literally everybody is number 4.
Aye.
Barring Graham. Jerry's went for 3. Yep.
I'm just scared now what's coming next.
The Roadrunner. Aye, he was tremendous. Absolutely tremendous.
He acts away. Different class.
Right. Next up for you, ladies and gentlemen, is another player that came up from the Big Boys League and couldn't handle Scottish football, was Freddie Ljungberg. Freddie Ljungberg. I think I know where he's going. I think I know where this is going.
Yep, number 5 for me, mate. Good player in his day, but no for us.
I don't know. Doesn't even deserve 5, does he?
Well, you don't know what's coming, do you?
He's got stitches up, man. You just know he's stitching us up big time here.
Oh, I might stick him at number 1 now. Just for the boxer shots. Number
5.
10,
Aye. I think everybody's the same as Michelle. Aye, number 1 and number 5 left. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory, that one. Pretty self-explanatory. I won't go through all the comments. I think it's pretty obvious where everybody was putting him. And what you left with, Andy?
Oh, I've got number 1.
And Jerry?
Number 1.
It can only be.
Oh, yeah, beauty.
It can only be.
The big number 4 for Rangers.
Aye. I didn't want to stitches up this week, lads. I might leave it for next week, but I had to put the number 1 of all time in there.
Got to be it.
Andy, give me your 5, mate.
Number 1, Jinky. Number 2, Forrest. Number 3, Naka. Number 4, Agat. And number 5, Freddie Ljungberg.
Are you happy with that? Would you change anything looking at it now?
No, I'll stick with that. I'm happy. I'm happy with that, mate. Happy.
What's yours, Jerry? What's your top 5?
Jinky. Number 1. Number 2, Nakamura. Number 3, James Forrest. Number 4, Didier Agat. And number 5, Freddie.
Would you change any of the 5 looking at it now?
No, definitely no. No, I'm happy with that, mate.
Brilliant. Aye, I think everybody in the comments, it worked out well for them as well. Aye, that was a good one. So well done, lads. That was
well done, mate.
Choose your boys carefully.
Brilliant. I don't think I'm getting a rip in the night in the comments, so I was trying to be nice to everybody tonight. So well done. So we've only got one more thing to talk about, lads, and that is we've got a wee game on Sunday. So let's have a quick look at the SPFL Premiership fixtures. On Saturday, Dundee take on St Mirren. Kilmarnock are at home to Motherwell. The Rangers are at home to the on-form Hibernian. Ross County are at home to Aberdeen. And then on Sunday, the champions head to Perth as they take on the Saints. And finally, Hearts take on Dundee United. So let's just have a wee look at the SPFL Premiership table as well before we move on. So Celtic, as you can see, and as we all know, are flying at the top of the table. And their opponents on Sunday, lads, they look as though they're gone. We take another 3 points off them on Sunday as well. It's not looking good for them. I can see what the manager's trying to do, Andy. He is trying to get them to play football and stuff like that. And as Brendan Rodgers alluded to today in his press conference, you know, they are trying to play football, which is nice to see in our league, but they're just not getting the results, mate. Looks like Scales might be back. We've basically got a full team, really, barring Schmeichel, by the looks of things, who was actually training. Brendan said he was working on his technical side of his game because his legs work. But he's obviously not going to be between the sticks, and it's going to be Sinisalo? What's his name? Whatever his name is. That's the one. He's going to be between he's going to be between the sticks again. So Andy, how do you see the game going, and what is your predicted starting 11?
I think we'll come out of traps quick. I think we've been looking for that the last few weeks. It's not quite happened. I think they will do it on Sunday. Obviously, get 3 points, another game closer to clinching the title. We all know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. So the sooner it's done, the better. I'm really looking forward to Celtic putting on a show. Maeda, I'll go for him getting a hat-trick. I'm going to believe Dyson when he says he's going to get 3. I'll say he's going to get a hat-trick. I think Celtic might win 5-0. So I'll go with Maeda with 3 and Kalmack with 1 and Engels.
Do you see any changes in the starting 11, mate, for the last game?
I don't know how to read this, whether he's going to bring Trusty back in or not, because he's obviously the long-term plan, I think, when it comes to left side of defence. And probably gives that more natural balance to the defence with him being left-footed as well. Big Rocky's no done too bad, to be honest with you, so he's kind of deserved his place, but it's, I don't know. He could put, that's one thing I can't, well, nobody can predict it, but I can't choose there whether he's going to go with Trusty. Again, Scales, I can't see Scales coming in and taking Nerowski's place after him playing a good couple of games. If anybody's going to take it, it's going to be Trusty, looking ahead to the run-in, and then obviously the cup semi-final and stuff like that, and hopefully the final ahead. So I think maybe Trusty might come back in here. Midfield, I think he's going to stick with, defence, I think he's going to stick with Sloop. You all right, Jerry? Aye. Going to get a defibrillator off the wall there.
No, it's like a few flights and that, Andy, you know, with the cold and stuff. Oh.
Aye. It's the fags that kill me, mate, no flights. I think he's going to go with Jota. Up front, Jota, Maeda, and Kuhn. Kalmack, Hatate, and Engels in the middle of the park. And I'll go with a 5-0. 5-0 Celtic. Good performance, good riveting stuff. And obviously we've got 3 sides of the stadium as well, so it's going to be a cracking atmosphere.
I was going to say that, we've actually got 3 sides of the stadium, and Smell of the Gloves come out with a good one here for the Prestwick Pele, Jerry. He's gone for 5-0, and Jamesy to come off the bench for his goal for a 16th season. That'd be great to see. If you got a penalty towards the end or something, just give it to Jamesy and let him smash it in.
It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? So Andy's actually made up for a hat-trick. You know, Andy, do you?
Aye.
Do you think he'll get a hat-trick after winning the Grand National tomorrow?
He could do that easily.
He's got a busy weekend, hasn't he?
He has, but he can handle it.
Why did they bother?
I'm basically the same team as Andy as well. I know football's all about playing your strongest team in that. But as a player, I like a manager that trusts me as well, as in Rocky. He's not put a fit Ryan, is he? So I'm hoping he maybe get the edge tomorrow, but I know Rodgers might put Trusty back in there. It'll be interesting to see what he actually does there. So he does. Between the two. I think that's the only place where he maybe will shuffle about the centre.
Ralston in for AJ, maybe?
Think so.
I think AJ needs a wee rest, mate. I'll be honest. I think Ralston could get a wee start tomorrow.
Well, by the way, tell you what, the guy deserves it. See the guy coming in and playing for Scotland and playing brilliant and not playing week in, week out. Fair play. I mean, guy, 110% you get off him, Ralston. So he maybe deserves more games, but Johnson's a good season as well. But I think maybe just Rocky, maybe just keep these against St Johnston. Maybe just keep. To be
fair, he's getting a lot of love in the comments, Rocky. You know, with the commenters there.
This is what I thought it was all about, Andy. When we talked about what his attitude was like behind the scenes, and all of a sudden he comes out the blue and boom, you're away again. And that was mad. How you can go for not getting a sniff to you're not getting maybe out of the team. It just shows you. If you stick in there and try hard and you get your chance. I like managers that stick by guys who have done your turn. If you go there and give the manager a turn, I expect it to be both ways. That's the way I expect when I play football. I'm going to get you the goals, you play me, or vice versa. So for me, Rodgers showing he's sticking with him, but listen, football's ruthless, so Rodgers will do what Rodgers does. I feel 3-0 and Maeda will get 2. You say maybe we Forest coming on. One of subs will go and get the third. Maybe with Forest. I'll go with 3-0 Celtic. Maeda will get 2. With one of the subs getting the third goal. Who that may be.
Scotty, what you thinking?
Well, Jerry's went for 3, you've went for 5. I'm gonna sit in the fence and go for 4. I don't think they'll score at all. I think it'll be a canter. I'm hoping that the game isn't just by half time and then we just cruise. You know, I just want to see us be relentless for the full 90 minutes. I know it's been a long season, a difficult season, and the pitch isn't too great up there. But I'd like to see the subs maybe come off the bench and you know, game by the scruff of the neck sort of thing, and which they didn't do at Celtic Park at the weekend. It just died a death at half time, didn't it? Against Hearts. So I'd like to just see us just batter them, man. I think 4-0 Celtic. I think Ralston will start, and I think Rocky will keep his place as well. So I think the only change will be Ralston in for AJ. That's my shout for tomorrow. But that is us. Thank you so much.
Good to see. Sorry, the St Johnston letting the fans, the free stands, and going the Tungus a bit of money as well this weekend. All the pubs and shops and stuff as well. So it's good. We talked about that in previous pods. It's good. They've changed it to suit the Celtic fans, and it makes sense, doesn't it?
Common sense prevails, man. We have spoke about it. It does prevail. Brilliant. So me and Andy and Jerry, are you coming back for us on Sunday for the post-match as well? Right. So it should be the 3 years. Our Paddy is obviously over for the game with his grandson. So that's us, ladies and gentlemen. Me, Andy and Jerry will be back with you on Sunday. Thank you so much, Andy. Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you so much, everybody in the comments. Been absolutely superb as ever. Good crack, good segments. Thank you so much. We'll see you on Sunday. All the best. Have a good weekend.
Hey, Will.
Boys, thank you.